This is a Emergency broadcast. Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is, 336. We right now at 26, I think.
Yeah, you got it.
We got a little getting up there, Chuck. We got a guest tonight. My old friend Bumwine. I'm moving up again. Oh, right now, we got, I believe, a cultural guest here about a drink. Hey, actually might have two.
Yeah, Bumwine Bob is back with us. Hey,
Bob.
Uncle, do you want me to go fetch the information on who's listening internationally? Because we are going to go slightly after midnight here on the Eastern clock, just for everybody's knowledge. But you want me to go get that for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, get that. Just get that done.
Awesome. I'm excited to hear from Bumwine Bob.
Yeah. Me too. I know he's got a treat for you.
Oh, yeah.
He got a treat for you, too.
We do.
Yes, you a treat.
We do.
Kinds of drinks, I should say.
I know. And
I don't know what it is, but it's something.
Special drink, yeah. But
drink. See, that's why I give his for my New Year's Revolution. He gets them. He understands.
He understands.
Bumwine understands on my big show.
Oh.
So he gets you to go one after getting it.
Aha.
But he's the top man. Knows what he's talking about.
Right.
What do you think I was talking about?
Hey,
I was talking about.
Hey, Bumwine Bob, I got a quick question for you before you get even rolling with Uncle real fast, because first of all, I want to let you know we're not taking calls tonight. But secondly, interesting listeners internationally, I'm looking right at it, and we got people on the stream from Germany. From the UK, from Australia, looks like 2 spots in Australia. But my interesting question links to this. I see the Czech Republic on my stream. Now, I have not seen the Czech Republic on my stream in about, 8 years. So
they're looking at Crazy Bob. That's what
we are international, man. We are big time here. This is global.
He's picking some up too. He's taking that.
People all over the world love the bottom shelf, the best of the worst of cheap booze, and that's what Bumwine Bob brings you guys here. And I'm happy to be back with you.
Yeah.
As an official guest on the broadcast here after hanging out with you guys back on New Year's for the Revolution. But to be back here in the flesh, one-on-one again.
Indeed, yeah. It's great to have you, Bob. If it's hilarious. I'm actually here behind the scenes. I didn't have time to even make a graphic for you. So what I'm doing is I'm frantically putting your website in as a graphic and making that. I'm like, oh my God.
You throw up some. Just scribble some stuff out there, people.
Sidekick, so you're gonna get with it.
So Bob,
this man.
So Bob, again, I just the only question I got again is, I know you are the happening, the happening emissary of Hobo Hooch. I know that you are the ambassador of alcohol. If you're looking to stay, away from the expensive stuff, I know that that's you all the way around. But my brother, the Czech Republic, is that, do you have fans in the Czech Republic? I need to know.
I don't know. I mean, if they are, then thank you. I appreciate my fans that have been tuning in and following me here to the broadcast tonight. I check out the analytics, for my show, and it's you see people in different countries randomly pop up, and I don't know if the Czech Republic is one of them. I mean, I can look at my my graphics right now and see.
Yeah, please do, because this
you
is.
might have him for a guest.
Yeah, this is
on
odd.
Shows. I mean, anybody like to hear something about a drink? new drink these days.
Yeah, everybody.
So
likes it.
why not have a little Republic?
And one of the guys I know who's listening to us in Australia says it could be somebody using a VPN. Yes, I understand that. But even so, I'm telling you that for 8 years, nobody has used the Czech Republic as their VPN deflection. So,
if I can bring them in. If I can bring them in from the Czech Republic for you guys, then, hey, kudos. Cheers to you guys out there in the Czech Republic joining us here today.
Absolutely. And I love this because you've also got about 3 or 4 people, if you go and trace them down on the map and you check out where their location is, allegedly, right? They're it says United States and doesn't give you an idea of where in the United States. And you go to the map and they're in the middle of the ocean. So, so I know there's VPNs, but what I'm saying is nobody's even chosen to use a Czech Republic deflection. And so this is a weird thing with Bumwine Bob. Now, Uncle has international listeners, and a lot of them are recognizable. I know that they're the steady, handful that come from this country or the other. Like I said, the 2 people in Australia, I'm pretty sure I know them by name. The one in Spain, we know who she is. Welcome to you. What was her name? Lara? Yes, Lara.
Yes, it's Lara.
She's back again.
She's back
listening.
again.
She's listening. Okay. So I know we got Spain, we got the UK, and that's occasional because it's in the middle of the night over there for them to listen live. But all that there, and nobody in Canada again, Uncle. And by the way, more than half of the international listeners joined when the Uncle Hour started. So,
see, they know when it's time. They know when to come up.
They know.
Not your hour,
Yes.
my hour.
Oh,
They
I know.
See, my boy, people know.
Yeah, you lost a couple of the American listeners. A couple of the American listeners listened to that government hour of sidekicks there, which was pretty intense.
I let the American people talk to him. I like the other people.
So the American
It's awful
people.
nice of you, Uncle.
The American people.
Very
talk
nice.
at governments.
So understand
I do.
this.
So you can talk to them.
In the battles for free speech out there, the American people have the blessing of Uncle to speak to Sidekick, and that's all good with you, right, Uncle?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to check.
I mean, you can have all the Americans.
You can,
I like
you can have
ones
the Americans. Ooh.
like he's saying.
Okay. You got it. So all over the world, but Czech Republic, look, if you're legitimately from the Czech Republic, send me a message. Send me a message on Skype if you want. I will accept comments on there, even though we're not taking calls. And with that, I'll shut up. Also, you could go into the live chat room at Ocelli.com or one of the streamers because, Aaron, you have all the streaming chat rooms up too, right?
Correct. Yes, we have YouTube, we have Twitch, we have X. It's all going out live to live stream video. And I do see that Bob is over at YouTube. He dropped a comment saying the drinker is here.
I'm in 2 places at once. I mean, you can't beat this right now. I mean,
how in the world can you do it? I want to have him a crowd.
Well,
this guy can do stuff.
Yeah.
See this sidekick?
I
Bob
see.
might
You start learning from him.
I will.
And then you learn how to play with these machines.
Well, listen.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uncle,
Bob might be phase shifting because I see some unusual people in a particular part of the Northeast that I think Bob is in. Right there in that Philadelphia, New Jersey area, we got a handful of listeners there. Now, I know one of them is probably our friend Count Pupper, but you know what? Somebody else might be listening that talks to Bob locally there because you're in that part of the Northeast, right, Bob?
Yeah, I'm in New Jersey, so I'm right in that area. So
there you go.
And if my buddies are tuning in, I sent out the links. I put them out there on the Twitter X, whatever you're calling it these days, saying, hey, come on down, join us in, join the fun.
So
yes.
the Elon Musk's X machine you participated in promoting for this one. Thank you.
Yeah.
By the way, people can listen.
Guy's face.
Yeah, people can.
The guy's face?
I really saw his face. That nut.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
People can listen and actually, because you're going live on Twitter X right now, right, Aaron?
Yes, we're live on there, so you can pick it up live, the stream. Thank you, anybody who is. Thanks for promoting it, Bob, and for being here. This is great. And
Let's check the beer drinking. Let's go here. What are we talking?
We're getting right to it.
Yapping.
Well,
Uncle
I mean,
says,
this is
get this out of the way. Let's go.
exciting.
Exciting?
Yeah.
Drinking the beers?
I think so.
Yeah, no. Well,
Because
I'm curious about that new one he has.
I kind of want to continue to set the stage by saying that previously we've had you on the show before, Bob, but not regularly, just like once a year. You come on the Revolution, we go on your show at Christmas time. But what I'm thinking maybe we could do is have you as like sort of a regular kind of recurring guest on the show, if you would be so kind to do so. And we're having you on to like drop in to say, you know, what's new, like what drink you have. That's kind of like the idea coming in here. I will ask you, first of all, like, are you on board with that? Are we not doing that?
Semi-regular.
How do you feel?
No. We brought this up. We talked about this when I was on there with you guys for the Revolution. And when I finally made it for this past year's after I had missed the past couple years, and like the man on the street giving you guys the 411 on what's going on the bottom shelf and the cheap booze world. And as Uncle keeps saying and teasing, yes, there is some big news in the bottom shelf booze world that we will get to. Kind of, he's very patiently waiting for it here.
So the correspondent of cocktails,
because I listened to your show and I heard it from your customer,
and I appreciate it.
I heard that. I was listening. He's gonna. Oh, I was thinking to myself, crazy accent. I mean, Sidekick here is going to love this drink when I saw it.
Crazy Accidents also wants people to know that he's wishing Bobcat a happy 10th anniversary of Bumming with Bobcat because it's been 10 years. There you go.
Oh, you got.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, man. It's crazy to realize like how long this has been going on, Bob. Yes, and congratulations. That's awesome.
You got over the 10. You're working now.
That's it. I know. We talked about
now. You go to have to work to 20.
Keep going every week. You got to keep turning them out. You know.
That's how you have to do it.
I
do it.
Don't rest on your laurels. Whatever you do.
I was gonna say, because what you guys were at what was this? Was this 326 now? Was that what you were up to?
That's
what
we're on
thing?
now.
Okay, all right.
That's what we're on now, and I'm losing track of what I'm doing because I hate to have to ask them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I know that I'm up to, I think the one that's coming out this coming Sunday, I think will be 310. So I'm right behind you guys because we were neck and neck. We were neck and neck for a while, and then I took some weeks off, and you know how you guys take weeks off too. So we're kind of going back and forth with trying to get back in line. So we're kind of in this race to see who's gonna take the lead of episodes.
It's a bouncing game.
I think I started a little bit before you guys, but you guys were doing a lot more weeks in a row. I take some time off bi-weekly, and I've been kind of going through now trying to get back on a weekly schedule, and I've been doing that pretty good for the last month or two. So I'm trying to get back there. So I'm catching up. So you guys take weeks off. I'm going to catch up to you. So you ready? You ready?
Look out, Uncle.
Hey. I thought for tonight, since your parents was here, I thought we weren't going to be doing one. I mean, but now that you came on and I said,
hey, Bobcat, one last question.
That would have been a problem, yeah.
We're going to continue and then you're going to keep moving this.
I'm
going to keep going.
Got to keep on moving.
One last question on behalf of the listeners, Bobcat. I'm being asked if there is an email address to get a hold of you if somebody wants to send you something to wish you a happy 10th anniversary. Is there an email address that they can email something to you? I'm not sure what they're sending you. I can't tell you what it is, but
that's fine. Yeah, definitely. If you want to email me at bob@bumwinebob.com, that will come right to me. So yeah, bob@bumwinebob.com. You can email me there, and I'll get your messages, your well wishes, whatever you want to send. And I know that during my 10th anniversary podcast we did a live on YouTube, and I know there were a bunch of listeners from your guys' show that did tune in and join in and gave the well wishes during that. So thank you to everybody who joined us from Uncle's crew over here that came across and said, "Hey, we'll join in for you." So I really do appreciate that.
Great, and that's Bob at bumwinebob.com. Now, bumwinebob is all one word .com.
Correct.
Okay, just double check, and thank you. And I'll put that in the chat room, and also communicate it to the person that asked me on Skype about it. And there you go. Okay.
All right. Cool. Well, Yeah.
Does everybody right now have a drink? Make sure you all have a drink.
We're drinking here. I've been drinking tonight already. We're drinking still here now.
I haven't even get started yet. Hey, wait a minute here now.
Well, I'm ahead of you. I'm not. You guys are West Coast.
I know.
You're West Coast. I'm East Coast. I was out earlier tonight over at on the East Coast. We're getting closer to spring, so the weather's getting a little bit nicer out. So we hit the mid 50s here today on the East Coast. So that's like heat wave when it comes to the beginning of March. So I was over at a friend's house with some buddies and family earlier tonight. So we were, having dinner, having some drinks and everything. So got the little podcast pregame action in for you guys. So I'm warmed up here. I'm ready to go. So
I know.
That's perfect.
I'm trying to get him pumped up over here, so I kick.
Oh yeah, I'm pumped, Uncle. I mean, the name of the game here is
Join a Drink.
Yeah,
Join a Drink. That's what the name of the game is.
Yes, yeah.
Because he's bum wine, and that's what it is.
He's bum wine.
It matches. Join the drink.
Yep.
Get the drinks going.
And hello quickly to Mr. Flash. I see you and Twitch. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I mean, that Bob, he shows up. He brings something with him. It's a party, so it's no different tonight. We did get a special drink to share tonight, and I found it, Bob. It wasn't at that carryout that I expected last time. It was the first place I went. Wasn't there, but it was at a big grocery store. I was like, well, okay,
okay. Hey, that works. Hey, as long as you find it somewhere, that's all that matters.
Well, grocery stores have them.
Yeah.
I have beers there.
Yeah, we used one of those locator things where the drink tells you where to buy it locally. Mm-hmm. I used one of those to find it, and that worked out. So it was cool.
They're good resources. These drink finders that these websites have for the drinks you're looking for. They say, hey, put in your zip code wherever you are, and they'll spit out these locations. And I've had people that have come back to me and said, hey, thank you for telling me about this drink locator. I found what I was looking for. And so I'm like, hey, I didn't do it. I said the website does it for you. I just brought you to that website, and you just put in your zip code and you found your drink. Then, hey, kudos to you.
Hey, that reminds me, Bob, the last time that you were on with these guys, you were talking about the Four Lokos thing, and there was like rare Four Lokos flavors that were out there and stuff, and you were using locators. But that was one of those rare instances where the locator was giving you troubles, I think, or was giving other people troubles, where they said it was somewhere and then it wasn't. Did you ever straighten all that out and figure it out, or did like Four Lokos catch up with themselves, or what?
I'm fighting with them constantly. We're trying to get this sorted out.
Okay.
I know some people came in and said, hey, I put in the locator. They said it's at this store. It's not there. And I personally have had that too, places where it says, oh, hey, this store has this drink you're looking for. I go in there, I look at the shelf, and I'm like, it's not here. And then I go to the front desk, get the cashier, and I'm like, hey, do you have this? They're like, no. I'm like, well, the website says you have it. They're like, oh, yeah, we have no idea. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because you had like 10 of Uncle's listeners, like sending me messages and stuff, and I'm going, look, I'm not using the thing. I got the same access you do. And
they want a drink too.
So
they want a drink. Yeah. This is what they're looking for.
But I had to turn around and download the thing on my phone to try and help out Uncle's listeners because
you're in the middle of it too, there, Chuck.
Well, he started it.
Chuck, you send them my way. You filter them to me. I'll deal with the questions.
Well, I tried. But that was the funny thing is I tried. I was like, why don't you contact Bumwine Bob? He's on Twitter.
Yeah. Like, I'm out there. I'm very easy to find. I'm on all social media. You find me. As long as your message doesn't get filtered as spam into the request folder, I'll find it and I'll respond to you.
Right. I mean, so all you really got to do, I think, is if you go to Twitter, you follow Bumwine Bob, and then I think it'll let you send a message pretty easily, and then he can help you straighten out these alcohol locator things. I mean, I'm just saying.
Exactly.
By the way, what is your handle on Twitter?
At Bumwine Bob. That's it. Simple.
At Bumwine Bob. No, I just want to make sure because, I have it marked and whatnot, but I never read it in case somebody isn't following you already. Yeah, it's at Bumwine Bob. And that's it. That's all there is to it. As a matter of fact, there's a picture of Bob there with a green hat on. And
my Four Loko hat. See?
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, and if you look at the background picture, just so you know you got to the right account, and I'm gonna put that link in the Ocelli chat room as well. You see a lineup of Four Lokos in the big, banner image. What do they call those again? The big banner image on the social media accounts.
Is that is it the header?
It might be a header. Well, whatever it is, everybody knows there's always a small picture of a guy, like I said, but there's Bob in his green hat, Four Lokos hat, and then a big Four Lokos spread. I can't even, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cans of Four Lokos lined up in front of the BWB logo. Just saying. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and follow Bob. And like I said, I'll put that in the live chat room at Ocelli.com. But next time you guys have a locator issue with Four Lokos, no offense, but bother Bob with that. Okay?
Yeah. It's fun. I'll take it. I don't mind it. Hey, if you want it, hey, you guys know too. Any interaction is good interaction. So
Exactly.
come on down, and I'm happy to talk to you about it. I can sit here and talk about cheap booze all day, so feel free to pick my brain about it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he can help you locate it, evaluate it, and everything else as the proper cocktail correspondent that he is. All right, thank you.
Cocktail man, I
Yep.
told you.
Yep. And I just want to say, I think you've taken on the role, Bob. You're kind of our official bum wine correspondent for Uncle the Broadcast.
Drinker.
So,
Also drinker.
you're also the drinker.
The drinker.
So.
Uncle coined me as the drinker.
That's it.
So that's what I am. I know that was that people. I had people sending me messages on Twitter or X, whatever we're going to call it, saying, "Hey, the drinker." Like, okay, that's what I am.
It fits the description. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. We're doing it.
Okay, so
Well-
Uncle, you're saying that should be his title, his official title. So Sidekick, when you make a graphic, I guess you got to put in quotes the drinker. Okay, so
Okay.
and he's got to be the official.
Actually, I am quite proud that I made a graphic. I could edit it real quick to, instead of saying bumwinebob.com, it could say the drinker.
Well, no,
as your
leave
the subtitle.
No, leave bumwinebob.com, but the subtitle should be in quotes, the official drinker of the Uncle Show, right?
I think I can do that.
Yeah, that's hey, look, I'm doing my job as a producer and just giving you the
yeah.
so,
I know.
All right. But that's what you think the title should be, right, Uncle? The drinker, yes?
Yeah.
The drinker.
Yeah, because he comes up with these new drinks.
Therefore, he is the official.
And I know Bob agree with me. Well, he'd like that idea, wouldn't he?
So he's the host.
I do.
So
Oh,
he's
he likes
the,
it. Okay, there's
so he's the
approval.
host
Okay.
of Bummin' with
That's
Bobcat,
improvement.
and he is the official drinker of the Uncle the Podcast.
Yeah.
Okay,
There we
well,
go.
with that in mind,
Yeah.
I know the anticipation is killing everybody. Bob, a.k.a. the drinker,
The drinker.
what did you bring along tonight for us to sample?
Okay, so it's not the big drink that Uncle's been talking about and teasing. That one we haven't got our hands on yet. We'll discuss that soon.
Oh.
But I did bring along something here, which I've had different varieties of it before, and I'm going to be covering on my next podcast that's coming out this Sunday on Boating with Bobcat at bumwinebob.com and on the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel. A new malt beverage in the same realm of the Four Loko, like you guys enjoyed the Jungle Juice Four Loko for the Revolution after I had brought that to your attention when you guys were on my podcast. And so now there's something else in the same realm of Four Loko, actually made by the same company, just at a little lower ABV, and that is the Pirate Water, which is a 10% malt beverage made by the same company as Four Loko, but on a lower level at a 16-ounce can. And right there, look at that. It's beautiful, right? I mean, look at that. You got the pirate right there. in conjunction with most people know the Barstool Sports are a big proponent of it or promoter of it. It's got the Barstool logo right there in the pirate hat. So it's
how did I miss that,
Yeah,
Bob?
you missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't even see things. Wait.
I call myself a podcaster, Uncle. What's wrong with me?
You
What is
didn't
going on?
even see that.
Oh my goodness gracious! I
And
did
you
not
have
know
glasses
that.
and I can see it.
see that's what I'm here for. You see right there.
I do. Man, yeah. Okay, Barstool Sports is promoting this. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Pirate Water. I mean, we did, Bob. We loved the Four Loko it made the revolution. I have to say, at least twice as good drinking that thing.
Yeah. That was good. I would like to find some more of it, actually. I really would. I like that taste.
I'm surprised how much I like it. I really am.
I know you can find it
You
behind that bowling alley.
Yes. Okay. Behind the bowling alley.
Go to behind the bowling alley and get some more.
That's right. That's where you find Four Loko. We covered that on the Revolution too. I forgot, but now you remind me.
We covered it was.
But this, I had to go to the grocery store, which was fine. I'm glad we found it. How do you learn about this, or anything else about this? I know you've said a bit, but what else? What about this wonderful drink?
So for this one exactly here, there's this Pirate Water. This came about. I think they released this about a year ago. I came across it in the social media world. I don't know if it was on Instagram or Twitter, but it came up. And myself and my buddy Roadhouse, who is a frequent co-host on my podcast, brought it up. And there were some posts between Four Loko and Pirate Water where they were kind of saying, hey, like doing the old stepbrother memes and saying like, hey, do we become best friends? Like, yep. And so we were like, oh, this is interesting. Let's see if we can find this. And kind of by like last summer, it started to get more of a national exposure and started to hit more stores. So we did a podcast over the summer last year where we cracked open one of the flavors and tested it out. And we're like, okay, it's not bad. It's a 10% ABV malt beverage. So it's lesser than a Four Loko. So you're not getting as crazy, but it's not too far behind me. The Four Locos these days are at 13.9, like that Jungle Juice.
Oh yeah.
This is that 10%. So it's still up there. It's just a little bit lower.
Lower than the Jungle Juice.
So we tested it out then. Then I cracked open another flavor with another friend of mine on another podcast. And then over the summer, Pirate Water was doing a social media contest. One of those things where it's like if you like the post, tag some friends, you could win this Pirate Water Party Pirate starter pack. And so I like the post, I tag some friends, and I get the DM in my Instagram, and they said, hey, you won the contest. Send us your address, and we'll send you this box of Pirate Water starter pack. I said, oh awesome. Okay, I love free stuff. I mean, you guys love free stuff. Who doesn't love free stuff?
Yeah.
So I send them my address and everything, and they say, okay, cool. We'll send out a box to you. Months go by. This was in July of 2023.
Oh,
I don't hear anything back. We're getting close to October, and we had set up some Halloween decorations outside, and we did a pirate theme. And I send a picture to the Pirate Water social media, and I say, hey, I'm waiting for my Pirate Water party pack. Where is it? And I finally get a response a few weeks later saying, hey, sorry, the intern that was running this, I guess, left and didn't mark down who had won. What did you win? So I send him the post, and I say, hey, I won this post. Okay, cool. We'll send it out to you. This is in October.
So this is why he got the drink later.
Interesting backstory.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything back. And at this point, it's the beginning of January of 2024. And I'm like, all right, this thing's never showing up. And lo and behold, the end of January, it's a Saturday morning. I'm upstairs. The doorbell rings. I'm like, okay. I have a Ring camera, and I see it's a FedEx guy. And I'm like, okay, they're dropping off a package. They'll go. And he's standing there waiting. So I go downstairs, and he's like, hey, are you over 21? I'm like, yes.
Can't you tell?
Interesting question.
I'm like, okay, can you, I need to see your ID. All right, I got to go upstairs, get my ID, come back down, it. And he's like, okay, cool. Okay, sign for this package. And I look down at the package, and it's like this random box that has like a treasure map on the box. And then I see there's also a sticker that says like a sticker with a little wine glass on it that says fragile alcohol or something like that. So I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, I didn't order anything. And then I bring it inside and I open it up, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the package that I won 6 months ago that finally
6 months ago
finally showed up here. And I open it up, and they sent it, and it's a nice box. It's a nice package. They sent a sweatshirt, t-shirt, bandana.
Oh, you got all that?
Oh, cool. Swag, yeah.
And some swag and the whole box of the different 4 varieties of pirate water with it.
There we go.
Like, okay, cool. So, like, okay. So then we recorded a podcast with another flavor, the one that's going to come out after your live show here tonight.
Right. How many bottles of pirate water? Did they send you glass bottles or cans, or what did they send you?
They're cans. They're cans. They're cans. Yeah, there's 4 different flavors.
Well, because he said it said fragile on the box, so I wanted to make sure they didn't send him some special, glass bottle, because I know 4
No. Yeah, nothing special. Nothing than the stuff you buy at the store. Because I had already gone out and bought the 4 flavors previously, and I had them sitting in my fridge. Okay. But I was specifically waiting for this box to show up so I could do my own podcast to coincide with like an unboxing type thing.
Yeah, but that's why I was wondering if they sent you like a special version, like the whole Bud Light controversy.
Nothing special here. Like here's the same shit we give everybody else.
Except we sent it to you in stores. Except we sent it to you in a special box. Plus, here's a T-shirt and a sweatshirt. And what else came in there, by the way? Can you tell us the rest?
It was a T-shirt, a sweatshirt. It was a pirate water bandana. And an eye patch.
They give you a hat. They give you a hat.
And you'll see it if you guys tune in. I wore it. I wore the bandana, the eye patch, the sweatshirt, all on my podcast. That you can watch the full video versions that we're doing now on the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel. If you subscribe to Bumwine Bob on YouTube,
awesome.
You'll see that this Sunday coming up is when it will come out. So anybody listens to this after in the archives, they'll see it there. You can see the whole get up that they sent over with it. But yeah. So nothing special, all the same stuff that I had already. But I was like, all right. So that was the 3rd one that I tried with that. But there was one more flavor left, and I said, okay, these guys here, Aaron and Uncle, want to know what's one of the newer drinks in the bottom shelf world. And I said we had one flavor left to try out, so why not give this guy a shot here today?
Well, we appreciate you doing that here on this show.
I know that was a very long-winded response to give you guys here, but
that's a great story. I love that.
That's a good story. This is what we needed. A guy like this man knows what he's doing with drinks.
Behind the scenes of the drinker.
This is what goes on. It's not just.
See, but I'm a little mad at this, and I'll tell you why. Because I think Bumwine Bob, because Bumwine Bob should be getting stuff like this from these companies all the time. Now he supposedly won a contest here. and then it took him 6 months to collect the thing. He had to stay on him. I mean, that kind of sucks. Bum line, Bob.
Yeah, and Chuck, I appreciate that, and I'll bring that up again too once we get to what Uncle was teasing before we can talk about the new thing. But I think these guys, are getting a little thirsty.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we need to crack this guy open first, and we can go further from there.
Yeah.
But
it's time.
But this is what we got here today, and Aaron, you got the same one, right? You got the pirate water, the Margarita, right?
Correct. Yes, pirate water. Let's see here. Margarita flavor, 10% alcohol by volume. It's in this green can, green and gold. So, yeah, this is the right one. I'm excited.
All right. You guys ready to crack this open?
I'm ready. Been waiting.
Let's do this.
All right.
Let's pop the bean. Have a drink there, Chuck.
All right. I'm going to pour in our respective goblets here.
There we go, goblets.
Goblets.
Oh, gosh, it's got color to it, Uncle.
Got the same color.
I was going to say, and while we're cranking open the Margarita here today, there are 3 other varieties which I've covered before, which is the Bahama Mama, the Sex on the Beach.
What's that one?
And
I gotta see that one.
And the Miami Vice.
Ooh, I gotta see those 2.
So these are all different cocktails, right? Those are all different cocktails?
Yeah.
Are they still?
Yeah, they're essentially just those canned cocktail drinks.
Excuse me. Are they the two that you mentioned? Are they on the store? You didn't get yet?
Well, they previously.
Or did we get those yet?
We haven't gotten these. This is the last one that Bob has yet to try of all the 4 flavors, right, Bob? I mean, 4 flavors?
Right.
So this is the last
out of the 4,
one.
this is the last one I haven't tried yet. But I'm sure Sidekick there can find you guys the other 3 that are readily available now.
Yeah. Right. If this is good enough, I'll go out and I'll get them.
Yeah, see, there you go.
That's for sure. I'm smelling it now. It's
right.
Okay. Let's go.
Just for the record.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Cheers.
As these guys are trying this, just for the record, the average, alcohol in a beer in America is about 5%. So this is like a double shot by quantity of alcohol in it as compared to your average beer. But it's definitely not a hard cocktail per se. So it's a light cocktail, and I'm wondering how it turns out. So anyway, hopefully these guys have all taken their time to swallow their beverages and gotten a chance for their palate to register what's going on. And with that, I'll shut up and turn it back over to him.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just say off the bat, I taste Margarita. I do. Tastes like that.
Yeah, it does.
Exactly.
It does.
This is not like a beer.
Now, question.
It's Margarita time.
Yeah. So, question: does it taste
wild over there now? He's ready.
But here's the question: does it taste like a pre-mixed common, sort of like you go down to Applebee's, get a margarita, or does it taste like something that's freshly mixed, or does it taste like something that definitely somebody got out of a bottle on sale? I mean, quality-wise, what are we looking at here?
I mean,
What does it taste to you?
I will just say that the margarita taste is there, yes, but there's also that distinct flavor of, yes, this is a malt beverage. It came out of a can. I am tasting that. For what it's worth, I noticed that. I mean, what do you say, Bob?
I agree. All these drinks that I've tried out of the 4, they're not bad on their own out of the can. But as what I've said with myself and my buddy Roadhouse and the couple guests that I've had that have tried them with us, we all say that this would be better either over ice or like blended as a drink that way. I think in the can it is a little overpowering with the sweetness and the malt beverage flavor to it. But if you cut it with some ice or blended it over ice, I think that's really the way you should drink these. Even though Pirate Water themselves don't promote it and be like, oh, just pound these all day. I'm like, nobody is pounding these all day. I mean, you can,
unless it's a Friday.
Okay, but it might be the kind of thing. So
I would. Yeah.
Well, what I wanted to ask then is this. Is it the kind of thing, Bob, that you think, you know what, this could be greatly improved if somebody took and blended some ice up, like made it into a slushy, and it became like a slushy drink that you don't slam, you just kind of enjoy as a slushy drink, plus you got the bonus of the alcohol, and that way maybe you taste less can and you taste more ice, and it becomes like like an alcohol Slurpee, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. I would 100% agree.
You know what?
That would be a good idea, Chuck. A Sloopy kind
Actually,
of drink.
you know what? When you all mention this, it brings to mind one of the recent times I went back to Pennsylvania, what they're doing at the few places that sell beers, these beer distributor stores that are special. What they do is they have slushies in some of them now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So they have these in Jersey too, Bob?
They don't. I've never had them personally, but I've seen the places in Pennsylvania that do. I get the ads that show up on my feeds because I'm close to it.
Bob,
it's like, hey, come out to this.
Can you do
the
another
Bill's
thing?
Bill's beer dispensary and get these slushies. We have, MB 2020 slushies out here. Come on down. I'm like, yes, like 150 miles away, but okay, I'll come out there.
What is it, Uncle?
Bob, can you do a favor? Now talking about it, find out about the slushies, if they can make slushies out of these things.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Uncle. They have them at these weird places in Pennsylvania, and this reminds me of that because what they do is they take a malt beverage, one with the highest alcohol content. I think I had one that was like 15% alcohol content.
Yeah, they'll do it with the Four Lokos. They'll do it with those types, and they'll say, "Hey, come on, get a Four Loko electric lemonade slushy."
Yep.
And you're like, "Okay, perfect."
I mean,
this is ready-made for that.
See, now, that's what I was curious about. Now, Aaron, here's a quick question, too. Look, you go to Pennsylvania. Now, I imagine they're not doing beer slushies in Lehigh Valley, right? Lehigh Valley is probably still the same. Look, we got the beer distribution. That's the first place I ever discovered American beer, which I'm sure Bob is familiar with. You've drank the American beer, in quotes, right, Bob?
Yeah.
And that's not bad. That's one of your. I mean, that was the cheapest stuff when I went there in the '90s. It was like what, $5 a case for American beer, as opposed to any other American beer that was out there. And I loved that in Lehigh Valley. But there were plenty of beer distribution joints. No wine sipping going on. None of this, customizable drinks. But maybe things have changed and things are like that in other areas. But since you're nearby and Aaron's familiar with Pennsylvania, you got to say there's a difference between a place that's going to make you, a cocktail slushy and another one that wants to make sure that, you're weighing down your car with as many cases as possible coming out of the distribution place, right? So, I mean, I'm just saying there's different audiences for different products, right? So, but this is seemingly ready-made for that sort of, let's make this into a Slurpee. Not trying to hang on to the trademark for 7-Eleven or the Southland Corporation. I do mean that sort of drink, the slushy, the slush puppy, whatever it is you want to call it. We know what we're talking about here. It keeps it from being completely frozen because of the alcohol content, and also the ice is totally blended. And this thing seems like it would be perfect for that sort of a drink, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just asking for that, honestly. And hey, PA's got the infrastructure to do it. I'm just saying, I'm throwing that out there.
Yeah, PA can support a lot of different directions to go in. They have the infrastructure for booze in a lot of different directions. I'm sure Bob would concur.
For sure. And I've done it myself. And I don't know if you guys saw what I did for Super Bowl. And which I had done previously, because you guys were there with me, which I was pretty sure, I think, because you guys did drink the Steel Reserve, the tiki with me.
Yeah.
On the podcast, we did the island, whatever variety of the Steel Reserve for Christmas a few years ago when you guys came on my podcast.
Yeah.
And I took that and I blended that with. We have a place out here called Rita's Italian Ice, and
Rita's.
And they have an Island Fusion flavor, which is a variety of an Island Fusion fruit punch type Italian ice. And I took the Steel Reserve, Island Punch, put it with the Island Fusion Ice, put it in the blender, mix that up, and that is amazing. That is delicious.
Right.
That is great. I did that over the summer last year, and then before Super Bowl this year, I did it again with the last can I had of this Steel Reserve, because I talked about that with some guests I had on my show, and it's perfect. So stuff like that is great. Like, you could take this margarita, pour that over some ice, put it in the blender. If you want to add in some extra flavors to it, like you don't want just a straight up margarita, you want a strawberry margarita, throw in some strawberries, mix it up, make it your own. So it's perfect. Cause like I said, this on its own isn't bad. I can drink this, but, like we said, I think you guys could agree too. You're not going to drink more than one of these.
No,
in a sitting. It is very sweet.
But you could see yourself dumping. If you dump some of this into some Ritas that works with it, though, you could see maybe going a couple deep on it, deeper than you would just drinking it out of the.
Yeah, you cut it a little bit with that ice, and there's some Italian ice in there too, a little extra flavor to it. Summertime, that's perfect. Poolside, you'll love it.
Like Rita's actually, I mean, Rita's wouldn't mix with this necessarily, but Rita's makes a great pina colada ice, right? And you could take various, cheap straighter boozes, like, a cheap vodka or whatever, throw it in there, and all of a sudden it doesn't taste so much like a cheap vodka because of the high quality of the ice, right?
Exactly. You're like, okay, I can take this vodka, put in this drink, and boom, I'm good now.
Yeah, a lot of different stuff. Like some of the rums that maybe have like a weird aftertaste, this kind of thing. You run across some cheap rum or whatever, but you turn around, you fuse it with one of these ice drinks. Again, it sounds all girly to a lot of people. Listen, these guys are trying to throw fruit and stuff in there too. Yeah, so what? Throw some fruit in there. Throw something that goes with the pina colada. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
And as long as it's liquor, Uncle saying, and I'm also saying, if you're a young person wanting to have fun, if you're a young man, and he's like, I'm not saying get the ladies drunk, but cater to a party and like make everybody happy.
Exactly,
it's a good way to do that.
Exactly, you need to mask it as much as you can for people to enjoy it. Yeah, and I found that out firsthand with a lot of the bottom shelf stuff that I deal with. People won't just pick up a bottle of MD 2020 out of nowhere and say, "Yeah, let me drink this thing." But if you mix it with stuff, then people are more inclined to say, "Hey, I'll give that a shot."
So is this more? For those of us that those of us that lived and mixed a little bit. Well, Uncle, let me just ask what he's saying. Yeah, let me just ask this real quick. For those of us that lived through the 80s and 90s, right, and we all had to go into the obligatory Bartles and James that we had to pick up when we knew ladies were coming over to the party. So what you're saying is you could use something like this on hand with a little bit of Rita's, throw that in the freezer, and then you got a great mix. And that would definitely keep a wider variety of audience engaged at your party with the drink selection if you got something like this on hand, right?
Oh, for sure. For sure, 100%.
Cool.
There you have it.
Go ahead, Uncle. Go ahead, Uncle. I just wanted to double check on that because, we had to work with wine coolers in the 80s and 90s, man. It was a rough time.
What we have here
What do we have?
It's a holiday drink. All his drinks, have you noticed, above mine's Bob's drinks, were all for holidays.
Yeah, but is this for a holiday? I didn't think it was for a holiday.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead, tell me.
We have one coming up.
Pirate Day.
No.
No? Oh.
You know what Green Day is?
Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at that man knows his things. He knows his holidays.
Well,
it is
Patrick's
green.
Day.
It is green.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, that's a good point.
Bumwine Bob.
I caught it.
See, but Bumwine Bob is in Jersey.
I did not think that either, but
I did. I caught that one.
Seems obvious now.
Green, and here we're eating something, drinking green.
No, I get it, Uncle. That holiday is coming, but in Jersey they'll turn anything green, and therefore it's St. Patty's Day, and it's fine. But the the point is, I mean, because serious, you go anywhere and it's like, look, we got green cabbage, we got green beer, we got green. Yeah. We don't know what this is, but we put green food coloring in it.
I'm wearing a green T-shirt and I'm drinking hard alcohol.
Yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. So the thing is, this pirate juice.
Fits the description.
Yeah, this pirate water though is not really themed for St. Patty's Day. I mean, Irish pirates.
Wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
What?
This is pocket water, but it got liquor in it.
Yeah, I know that. So, but my point is,
that's why he's the king of this stuff.
Yeah, but see, okay, you got some of this in December, it ain't a Christmas drink. You know what I mean? It just so happens St. Patty's is coming up, and of course, all alcohol works on St. Patty's because, I'm half Irish, I can say that. Anyways, point is that it is about getting drunk. I know that, and I've been there. Believe me, I wish I could give you the stories of what happened in Belmar in 1996, but I can't because I don't remember.
You don't remember.
I know I went to the Timeout Tavern and then my brain timed out. That's all there was to it. I'm not sure what happened
because you drank so much,
right?
You forgot,
right?
That's the simplest to say.
Me and 10,000 other people in Belmar that day. But my point is that this is not specifically geared for St. Patty's Day. So to me, it's not a holiday drink. Sure, you can drink it on a holiday. But, I mean, this is different. It's pirate water. So where's the pirate theme work? And, by the way, why is it pirate water anyway, Bob? Do you have a logic on this? What do you think?
Yeah, what?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, this kind of came out of nowhere last year, and honestly, I'm not the biggest fan. It's mostly marketed towards more of the college crowd and the people that will be on like that Barstool Sports crowd.
And besides that, you wanted listen, you got it in March or whatever, but you won it in September. So what is this, back to school special? I mean,
exactly. The kids are coming back to college. Let's get the pirate water out there for them. Load them up, man. Get the pallets out there.
There you go, something to calm them down after they're done with their what is that stuff that they end up getting? Oh my God,
they go through their orientation, and now here's a pirate water for your troubles.
Yeah,
pirate water. It reminds me of your drinks you get at the store.
Yeah. My drinks.
Yeah, your wife drinks.
Okay.
Yes.
Christian water. Crystal water. It felt like the same thing.
Like sparkling water.
Yeah.
Yeah, those aren't alcoholic, but yeah.
I think that, and they kind of, I guess, I don't know if they were trying to trick people with that because we were like pirate water. It sounds like it would be like a seltzer.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
something
thinking.
like that.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a malt beverage. It's not like a hard seltzer or anything like that. It's a malt beverage like your Four Lokos or your Steel Reserve Alloy Series. Or a juice or anything along those lines.
I have important information from the chat room. First of all, Count Pupper, as a Pennsylvanian, likes the Lehigh Valley reference. He says Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. And then Creative Accidents is saying International Talk Like a Pirate Day is September 19th.
I got an idea.
There's your holiday.
So there we go. We'll do another one on then.
Yeah, thanks pirate water.
Yeah. I want to get Pupper to check out in Pennsylvania this Slurpee deal.
Yeah, check that out, Pupper.
Pupper, and
get to Wawa now.
Room. Can you do that?
Actually, I don't think Wawa does that. You have to go to the special stores.
When he goes to a vacation.
Vacation, yeah.
Well, I mean, just let us know.
Pupper's on the staycation back there.
We can do.
And I get it, Bob. It is a way to get down off of your Adderall, if you're back to school and all. I get it, but Adderall parachute, right? Back to school wise, but I mean, it's just pirate. Why the pirate theme? I mean, is that going to be the new trendy deal? Because every once in a while, stuff like this comes up, like vampires or whatever. I mean, I'm waiting for them to go in on a vampire alcohol kind of thing soon,
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's the hot trendy idea of saying, hey, okay, we're doing pirates now. All right, that's a cool thing. All right, do it.
Okay, hey, just checking.
Hey, whatever works. I mean, marketing is marketing. It'll do what it does. I don't know, but I do know one thing. We have to rate this.
I know, but I'm sitting here setting my thing up right.
Uncle, are you?
I've got my number. Just check everybody else's numbers.
Check everybody else first.
And let's see what they had.
Go through. Okay.
Okay.
Should we go to Bob first as the guest and official
he's the guest.
Drinking correspondent?
Drinking correspondent.
Yeah, and let the chat room sound off and drop in if they got something to rate too. Tell people what it is you're drinking because you probably don't have pirate water, and then give us a number on it so that Uncle can hear from you guys while Bob is describing his rating. Okay, so chat room participation. You've been called out. Let's go.
Yes. Well done, Chuck. Thank you for reminding everybody. Please do let us know what you're drinking and what it comes in at the scale of 1 to 10. Bob, Pirate Water Margarita. What do you give this?
Okay, I'm going to give this one Pirate Water Margarita. I'm going to say a 6.5.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, 6.5 from Bumwine Bob.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's not bad. It's not great. It's above average.
Above average. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. You want me to go, Uncle?
You go first. You know I'm the last guy.
Okay. Yeah, I should know.
You should know the net. I should know the system.
Okay, so my rating for Pirate Water Margarita flavor. I'm gonna give it a 6. It's like it pales in comparison to Fort Loko Jungle Juice. I have to say that. I'm still blown away by how good that was.
You can't top the Jungle Juice. You're setting the benchmark so high. Yeah.
It sounds crazy when you say it, but it's actually true.
I know.
Fort Loko is good.
Yeah.
You got a 6.
I 6 for me, 6.5 for Bob. Uncle. What's the Uncle rating?
Let's go 3 ways on that. 6.5.
6.5 as well.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's go all 3 ways on that.
All right, so the same as Bob.
Yeah.
All right.
I am
All right.
surprised.
We're all right on line with each other there. We're all in the same range. We're right there.
It don't have the push to get to 7.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's not one of those big 10 out of 10s like when Uncle had that Jungle Juice, man. He was man,
I love that Jungle
great.
Juice.
It was like, oh man,
That one over. I mean, like I said, that one over. But this one, it didn't have the push.
No,
You know
it
what I
doesn't.
mean?
It's missing something. It's missing something for sure. It's like it's on its way. Like Bob is saying, maybe you make it as a mixer, it could be better. But
you need something else with it. I think
We should try it for the holidays. Just what he's mentioned, a mixture.
Talk like a
Let's
pirate
make
day.
it Pirate Day. Let's get that with the mixture going and see if we can raise it up.
So with a thanks from Caddy from Texas, Creative Accidents enters Bira Moretti Beer. A 10 out of 10, he says, and he thanks Caddy from Texas for intro to it. If you remember, Caddy's a young lady who called in a couple times to the Uncle Show and also listens from Texas, friend of Crazy Accidents there. Okay?
Wait.
Nice. All right. So somebody's drinking something good.
At least
That's
that was something good.
That's good.
10 out of 10.
But everything, honestly, Bob, whatever you bring here is good because it's exciting. We don't know what we're getting into. It's definitely, this is something different. So it doesn't matter like 6, 10, 1. I'm excited to drink anything. So it's.
Well, I know that. But wait,
it's different.
It still didn't come yet. The surprise is coming soon.
Oh boy.
For you, sidekick.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, this is scary.
Go ahead there, Bob.
All right. Yes, Uncle has been teasing. He's been waiting. And there was this big announcement from our friends over at MD 2020. I mean, we've drank it. We've drank the varieties before. We've done the electric melon. We've done a variety of different ones. I know you guys have had your own in the past as well. And on my last podcast, I had some guests on, and they were cracking open the MD 2020, the red grape wine, and we were talking about flavors. And I went on to the MD 2020 website at md2020wine.com, and I saw on the front page that there was a new flavor of MD 2020 currently available in select markets. And that is the MD 2020 spiked flavor. at 20% alcohol by volume compared to the usual 13% that the rest of the flavors are at. And that is now out in select markets, which I got confirmation today that it's available in Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, Tennessee, and Texas as of right now.
Oh, well, let's get. I need to get somebody to get. I can get it from
Uncle,
a guy from Texas.
Uncle, we're going to West Texas now.
West Texas. What's his name?
And by the way, Bumwine Bob, that is MD20.
I can get that.
Yeah,
but it's going to take a while.
That is at the
Wait a minute.
MD2020wine.com is that website,
Correct.
By the way. Just for everybody's sake, because immediately somebody sent me a message that they got a website for an eye doctor. So,
eye doctor? Wait a minute. We're not no good doctor.
Yeah, you'll need one after this. You drink a bottle of MD 2020, you'll need an eye doctor. That's for sure.
There you go.
I tasted those.
So, but it's
I tasted them.
MD2020wine.com is the correct site to go to for the thing that Bob was talking
so
about.
I haven't gotten the official confirmation of what my first thought was when I saw it, because I was shocked. I was going on the website, and you can watch the clips out there. You go into the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel. I have a clip out there of me when I come across this. So I'm like, oh, let's look at the flavors. And I saw it, and I was like, wait, what is this? MD 2020 Spike? Never heard of this. It literally just came out a month ago, and it is the Big Bark Hard Bite. And I don't know exactly what the flavor is of it, but I get the feeling it's a hard tea type flavor to it. So we're waiting to try it out and see. But when I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then recently, MD 2020 has finally now officially posted about it, because I did this. They didn't announce it was out yet, and I found it, and then now, just the past couple of days, they finally came out and said, hey, we have this new flavor. So if you can get out there, get searching, see if you can find this new MD 2020.
All right.
And I put the clip. I put the clip of Bumwine Bob's breaking news about MD 2020 on YouTube. On YouTube
to see if a guy do me a favor. Look for it out in Texas.
There you go.
There we go.
So, but I put the clip.
Just ask if he would.
Right.
And then
go out to Texas, everybody. Go down south.
To Texas.
Yeah, I don't know. I said
we don't have it here.
No.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. I sent a message because I sent MD 2020 a DM on Instagram, and I said, hey, where is it? And they sent the locations back, and I said, oh, when are we going to get New Jersey? And they said soon. So I don't know if that means it's going to be a nationwide rollout soon, or we have to wait.
Yeah, so maybe it's wait and see with the test markets, right? I mean, it's a possibility.
Exactly. Yeah.
And really quickly, I've noticed this new trend in all sorts of alcohol. Spiked is now the new catch term, right? I mean,
that's like the slang. Yeah, the thing spiked whatever.
So what does that mean? Well, like we've added more alcohol to the alcohol? Is that the idea?
Well, what does that mean? I don't know. What does that mean? I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay, I just figured we got to ask the cocktail correspondent these questions. Yes, okay, so there we go.
Yeah, well, it's like this. It's spiked, and I'm like, well, spiked what? It doesn't say. It doesn't say like spiked tea, spiked seltzer. What is it?
Right. So you got to get your investigative beer hat on and get a roll in there, right? I mean,
I want it. Hey, I want it. If I can get it in my hands, I want to try it out and give it a shot myself and see what exactly. Because when I saw it, and you can see the picture of it, it sounds to me like it's a hard iced tea, like a twisted tea type drink, but at a higher alcohol percentage, which could be good. Or it could be pretty bad. You never know. It could go either way. It's like either it's a 10 out of 10 or it's a 2.
Yeah, that's how it goes with those super high alcohol concentration drinks. Yeah.
It's like sweet taste, smooth finish, hard bite.
Oof.
And I'm like, okay, because I'm like waiting for it, and I sent them a message, and then they posted earlier today a post with Barstool. They posted a thing where they sent the guys at Barstool a care package of MD 2020. So that's where that ties into it. This where I'm like, you sent these guys a package, but where am I? I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, come
See,
on.
I say again,
I got the
Bumwine
breaking
Bob.
news here. I'm breaking this news before you guys even post it out to the people. I stumbled across it literally weeks ago because I had recorded this episode in the can like 3 weeks prior, and I saw this, and I'm like, really?
Bumwine Bob.
Throw us a bone here.
Bumwine Bob has been ignored as an influencer long enough.
I know.
Let's get to it.
We get no respect over here. No respect.
Exactly. So somebody, use your heads out there. This is the guy who is digging out and finding out about your promotions before you even release them, people.
Exactly.
Get on the ball. Get on the beer ball. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah. It's true.
It is true. Absolutely
I mean, this man knows what he's talking about in his liquor.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now, what I was talking about was when we can get in touch with your friend in Texas.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get them. We'll suggest that they get it.
That to him.
We will.
We've already got a confirmation from a friend in Texas that he's going to look for this, and somebody else has also offered to look for it. So we've already got part of the street cream on it. But guess what, Uncle?
Street cream.
Yes.
Okay.
But guess
That's
what,
what
Uncle?
I wanted to know.
Yes. Time.
There we have it. Yeah.
Time is up for this hour.
It's over?
That's it, Uncle.
It's almost 20
See
after.
how fast it goes?
It's almost 20
I
after.
know. Having so much fun.
This guy does my hour good. But we got to talk.
We did.
We get to talk.
We did. Bob, thanks so much for coming here, man. It was great. It was great.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's always great chatting with you guys, and I'll be out there. I'll be your street correspondent to give you guys the latest breaking news in the world of the bottom shelf out there.
Yes, we're going to have you back in soon.
I'm very appreciated. I'm very appreciated.
We do appreciate that. Yeah, and before we go, we know bumwinebob.com. We know you're on Twitter. Anything else or any of that we missed?
The only thing we're trying to push these days is the with the podcast, we're doing full video episodes now of the podcast on the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel. So if you can subscribe to that, it's free. Just smash that subscribe button on YouTube at youtube.com/bumwinebob. Just give us a subscribe and a follow there on YouTube. You get all the latest breaking news in the world of the bottom shelf.
That's how I found out about it.
It's true.
Uncle found out about it
there. You never know.
Because you do listen to his podcast.
It works. You come out there every week. We got new stuff now. We're getting back on track to catch up to you guys to get us neck and neck again with podcast episodes.
Do you have any subscription stuff or Patreon or anything like that where people can support also
Nothing at the moment. I had tried that years ago, and then I did away with it. But just doing it just the old-fashioned way. Just subscribe, Bumwine Bob on social media, bumwinebob.com. Subscribe to Bum with Bobcat on all your favorite podcast apps. If you're a listener and not a person that likes to watch along, subscribe to the podcast there. Give it a like. It's you guys. It's free. You check it out. Subscribe, free.
So all your video podcasts still have an audio podcast version as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. On all your favorite podcast apps, Apple, Spotify, all that stuff. You can just search Bum with Bobcat in there and just subscribe there, listen along or watch along, because then you can see the drinks we're drinking as we do it right there. So it's the next era over the last few months we've done. Ever since I did my 300th episode, we said, all right, we're doing video podcasts now too, because that's what the people wanted. So here we are. So yeah, check out bumwinebob.com and just tell your friends. Just spread the good word of the best of the worst of cheap booze. The bottom shelf. If you like that MD 2020, Night Train, Thunderbird, Cisco, the old school classics, We have you guys covered cheap beer.
We got to try that. Thunderbolt.
Yeah. And any requests, let me know. Send me a message. We're always open to ideas of new drinks to give a shot.
All right. Well, thanks again, Bob, the drinker.
Thank you, Bob.
The drinker, yes.
I love it. Giving a shot to new drinks. Bumwine Bob, the official cocktail correspondent of Uncle the Podcast.
Fun,
oh, yeah. Always fun. And next time I'll get out there. I'll get searching for the next one for you guys to give a shot.
Can't wait, Bob. All right.
Can't wait to
until
hear.
then, I mean, Uncle, this is
popping. Listen to him.
This is Uncle.
That's how you get info.
That's how it's done. This is Uncle the Podcast, of course. UncleThePodcast.com, at Uncle Podcast, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Uncle, why don't you bring us home for this week?
This is the show 326 is go. Bye. Bye-bye.